Well, it's day two. We had a cracking day yesterday, but today we've come over to Murray's Motorcycle Museum. Let's go and take a look. So, a bit of background to the museum. Back in the 1950s, Charlie Murray, who was the founder, he moved to the Isle of Man with his family into a place called Santon Villa in the village of Santon. And this is where it all began. Now, Charlie started to collect motorcycles and memorabilia. Charlie pictured here with his Coventry Eagle, and Peter's uncle Harry with his Zenith. Now, due to various reasons, size and advertising restrictions, the museum's been in a number of different locations, but the longest being at the bungalow on the TT course until 2006. Now, around this time, about 80 motorcycles were sold, and the current owner, Peter Murray, who was Charles's son, moved what motorcycles he managed to keep back to where it all started, at Santon Villa. Now, before we take a look at the bikes, let's meet some of the people who help out at the museum, and also Peter Murray himself. Well, this really is a place steeped in history. All the old pictures, the old riders on the wall and stuff like that. Look at all these old engines. Someone somewhere will be looking for some spare parts there. Oh, look at this old Rudge sidecar. That's a few years old, that one. That's seen some action. Right, everyone, this is Derek. Just met him, he's one of the local lads from around here. Used to this place. He's just given me a bit of the history of the stuff. Such an amazing place, this, mate. And I love all your badges on your coat as well.
Oh, well, that's my recent one.
Right, yeah. Superb.
Now, I've been coming in here for 12 years.
Right.
And enjoyed it all the time.
And have you lived here a long time as well? Like
12.
12, oh, yeah, so
well, I've been coming since 1969.
Right,
for the TT.
For the TT, yeah.
And then I thought, opportunity came up and I thought, take it. I went home, packed up and come here.
Well, probably nowadays it's cheaper to actually live here than to come to the TT, isn't it? Because it's quite expensive, like, yeah.
I get the TT for nothing, the Manx Grand Prix, the
Yeah.
Southern 100, this racing nearly every week.
There was a guy telling me yesterday it cost him £1,000 to come in his van on TT a week, which is expensive, isn't it? Like, but it is what it is, and I suppose what you're getting for that money as well.
If it's a van, they tend to look at it commercial.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Yeah, what you got in there.
Yeah,
you know.
I know.
So that's more money, commercial.
Yeah. Well, I think this is the ultimate man cave, you know, if I'm honest.
Oh, aye.
This it's just got everything in it.
Oh, aye.
All the old fairings there. Wow.
Aye, a few of them are off bikes that's in there.
Right, I see you.
There's quite a few race bikes in there.
And all these old tools as well.
Oh, aye.
Look at all them.
Aye, they got some up. Well, that bit there was put on a couple of years ago, I think.
And I bet you most of these tools are still usable.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Built to last.
That's all sorts.
Right, well, I'm going to go in and have a little look inside now. Let's go and take a look.
Cheers. These are his latest purchases.
Oh, yeah. that BMW is sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fairly recent,
That 1000cc, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
It's an HP4.
Yeah.
Wow. The one in the corner is a Joey Dunlop replica.
Which, this one over
The
here?
red one, aye.
Right.
It's an SP1. Now, Joey Dunlop.
Ah, right.
He's a lad that won 26 TT.
Oh, yeah, we know all about Joey. Like, he said that is the
that's
holy grail, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, aye.
And there's Joey's bike. He must have hit some speeds on that. Wow.
Ah, they're getting even faster now.
So all these signatures on the wall?
They're just customers like yourself.
Right, yeah, so we'll be signing that in a bit.
Yeah, yeah. and that's the Fairy Bridge Club.
Right. Yeah.
Bikers come here, Peter grabs them.
Yeah.
Go down the Fairy Bridge, lads, get your photo took and send it back.
Stick it on the wall, yeah.
On there, yeah. And they're from everywhere in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I crack up.
So if you recognise yourself on those photographs, please leave a note in the comments.
Oh, aye. That's Peter there. Peter Berry.
He's the owner?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Oh, it's all his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful, isn't it, all that?
Oh, it's history, you see.
So much joy brought to people.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Right, so when you come here, everyone, you even get a brew, which is fantastic. Just what we need for the next day's riding. And biscuits as well.
Oh, aye.
No,
So what you're saying, I'm a girl because I ride a Honda. Yeah, well, you've heard it first hand from the owner.
yeah.
I come here for a nice week out and I'm getting ripped already.
Oh, aye.
Fair play.
Part and parcel of here.
It can be called a wanker, a dickhead, shithead, tosser.
It's too reliable, isn't it?
The Honda will be going on eBay when he gets
Yeah, that's it now.
Well, you need what
Hondas are
everybody
rubbish.
gets. But, hold on,
Go on.
where's the famous bridge round here?
Fairy Bridge, down the road.
Yes.
Google mapped it, I'm sure it
That's
is.
the one.
Yeah, we're going to sprinkle some fairy dust now.
Shithead didn't make it for your good lady.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, any daughters?
I've got a granddaughter.
Oh, there you are. So you've got a daughter-in-law, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll have to, Ollie.
Eh?
No, I've got a granddaughter.
Well, I might not.
Oh, aye. And a grandson. So,
So, and a daughter?
yeah,
A daughter-in-law or a daughter?
a daughter, but it's very rarely see her.
Jesus
For a
Christ.
previous marriage.
Oh, well, look, that's got fuck all to do with me, that. There. Right, shithead. Come on.
Go on then.
Well, how many for you?
I'll have 3, please.
You can tell when
Hey,
the
look here.
telly packed up, can't you? There. Extras. There. How's that?
Oh, brilliant. Cheers, mate.
They're for good luck and good health. When
I've
you
got a
go
lot
to
of
the
luck there.
ladies,
Yeah.
you got enough there.
Yeah, that'll do me.
Are you
That.
sure?
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely
you
fine.
can't count very well. There's only 6.
It only counts up to 2.
You sure you got enough?
That'll be enough, yeah.
Hold on, I'll give you 2 extra.
But that'll make 3 now, won't it?
Well, there you go.
Right, so there's more. Let's go and have a look.
Mine is upstairs. Mainly at the boxes coming in. That right there, you have to go in, put a cake with that. You want to go to the
Right, while you're filming that,
Yeah.
the featherbed frame started in 1946. The first race after the war
Yeah.
was the Manx Grand Prix.
Yeah.
And Ernie Lyons from County Kildare won on not McCulloch, what's name's Triumph Twin. And the down tube broke and he won the race with a broken frame at Grand Prix.
And still went on to win the
Triumph,
race.
yeah. And what's McCandless, it was McCandless' bike and he got so fed up to build it. So he made the featherbed.
Yes.
And
Right.
this is typical today. If you got no letters or degrees or anything, nobody wants to talk to you, do they?
No, not
They
at all.
treat you like an idiot. Well, he left school at 14. He designed the featherbed. You've seen Tridents, haven't you?
Yeah.
100% original. It was never designed for Norton. He designed it for Triumph because he thought singles were out, twins, threes and fours for racing, yes. And he showed Triumph, they laughed at him. He went to Norton and won 5 world titles.
Right.
The big GP carburettor fitted to the Manx Norton, the Matchless, Rex McCandless. You know the Neilers? He invented the Nailer too.
Right. So in the end, he had the last laugh, didn't he?
Oh,
all
aye,
that, yeah.
but he's never been recognised.
No. It's a beautiful motorcycle, that. Considering how old it is as well,
Yeah.
it just shows you all the work that's gone into it, all the
I
detail.
mean, you imagine a new Triumph with that, the twin with that.
Yeah.
You sell like hotcakes. Because the trouble is, the youngsters are not buying, it's the grey-eyed old boys like us, you know. And the next famous frame ever built is this. This is a replica of the Bob Mack frame. Jack Finley was runner-up to Agostini on a couple of occasions.
That Agostini on the photograph?
No, that's Bob Mack here.
Yeah.
This is Bob Mack, but that's Jack Finley from Australia.
Jack Finley,
Yeah.
right.
And from that you can see where Rob North copied, you can see where Colin Searley copied, R.G. Suzuki copied
Yeah.
that frame. Yeah.
Yeah, because I believe the Japanese came over in the late or the early 50s. They weren't very well accepted because of the war and stuff. And obviously they've gone back, copied a load of ideas,
They
made
took
them better.
a load of photographs. But, hold on, copying,
Yeah,
a load of crap.
yeah,
We copied. You know the BSA Bantam?
yeah.
It's not English.
Right.
It's Perks Award, DKW, MZ.
I've just noticed that you've got a 350 liquid cooled. Now I had the 250 version of this, and I'm kicking myself because I sold it.
Hey,
But-
hold on. You're using that word if.
Yeah,
If I'd have known. At the time, you hadn't got the money to say to keep it, had you?
no. Well, I wanted to go to. I went to a 350 at a power, a YPVS version. Now this is the 350, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's not got the power valves on, has it? No.
It does.
Oh, was it? Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Oh, it's the
power
unfared
valves,
version.
you know.
Yeah.
A fella that lived here in the island, he was from England originally, John Catchpole. He was mucking about with power valves before the war,
Right.
but the materials let him down.
Yeah.
He was using copper. White soft, it's all right, but when it's metal, when it goes hard, it just drops.
So this is a 1921 Triumph.
Yeah.
Would you say this is probably one of your favourite bikes in here?
If I was to sell up, I wouldn't. I'd keep that one.
Yeah. Does it still run?
Oh, well, it runs. It's probably in its life only done about 100 miles.
Right. I love some of these old machines. You know what? The valves are exposed, and nowadays it's all enclosed, isn't it? But
But always remember this: with all the bikes we got, houses and everything, everything's on loan. We can't take them with us
No.
when it's Judgment Day.
exactly. But you can enjoy it while you've got it.
Yes.
And that,
Yeah. He likes playing with his arm. No, I'm a lucky man. I've got it, but you enjoy it. But to be big-headed, oh no.
No,
And
no.
I detest bullshit.
yeah, oh, yeah, of course. Could you tell me what is your favourite motorcycle? Now, you've probably been asked this millions of times before, but you must have
Yeah.
one.
I mean, I like that because of Dad and I. But it's hard, isn't it, when
Yeah.
you got so many.
You're spoiled for choice, aren't you,
Yeah.
really?
I mean, they're all beautiful bikes, aren't they? Norton, AJS, Matchless. the English bikes. But you see, England was so complacent. Oh, you can't beat us. Well, the Japanese just walked all over us. I remember a friend working at Francis and Barnett's, 1960. And he was telling Dad about a week later, Dad and I, a week later, we sat in the office at Atherstone. And he said, you know, Charlie, he said, I saw something the other day and it made me open my eyes. He said, I saw a little 125 Honda like that. And the tester at Francis and Barnett's was testing this new bike, and he said, our new bike's it's a winner. And he was in Coventry at traffic lights, and one of them pulled up. And he said to the fellow, bloody hell, that's a lovely bike. What is it? Honda. He said, will you pull in and let's have a look at it? He said, you're all right. He said, I'm on holiday. And he pulled in. And after he was looking at his Francis and Barnett, he looked at the front brake. And he looked at the one at Francis and Barnett. It looked like a bloody corned beef tin, you know,
Yeah.
rough and ready.
It's a funny looking
Yeah.
thing, isn't it, the way they've designed it? But,
Yeah, but that was a copy of NSU.
right.
When you go upstairs, you'll see NSU, and that
Absolutely.
was the same. But the levers, he said, the levers were beautiful. But the English levers, here, look, they'd cut your bloody hand off. And he said to the fellow, what's it like when it's hot? Does it start well? And he switched it off and pressed the button. He said, you're joking. A starter, yeah. And he went to Mr. Francis, Mr. Barnett, and the lads come out and they walked round it and they said, we can't beat him. And that fellow worked 15 years at Francis and Barnett. He handed his notice in.
Right.
And apathy. And you learn by your mistakes, don't you? But
Well,
we
absolutely.
don't.
No.
No.
That's why the Japanese took the original idea and made it better.
But that's a copy of an NSU.
Yeah. Now, you've got, did I see an RC30 somewhere?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
They all say that's the best bike. I don't know, but you'd argue. You argue about it, don't they? People say Suzuki are better and things, but they were a beautiful looking bike.
Well, I remember these in the early 90s, because Carl Fogarty used to race
Yeah.
one, didn't he? Yeah.
Fogarty, Islop, Joey,
Yeah.
all. But you see, I'm buying bikes that when I was a young man, I couldn't afford to buy them. Now I can afford to buy them.
Yeah. Beautiful machine, that is. And it still looks pretty modern as well, doesn't it? You know,
Yeah.
considering how old it is. Well, I've been speaking to Pete Murray, who's the owner of this place. It's absolutely amazing. You want to get down here and take a look. So thanks very much, Pete, for talking to us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Problem is, with the ladies, it's my eyebrows.
Good looking, man.
Thank you.
Well, that was Pete there, collecting bikes for years. So let's have a little look around the place. Some amazing machines here. We've just discovered, or been told, there's a rally chopper with an engine on. Let's take a look at this. I came across this little gem tucked away in the corner. It's a rally chopper that's got a Honda Express engine fitted to it. And the story goes that the guy that built the machine couldn't get a road licence for it, so he ended up donating it to the museum. going upstairs now, let's have a little look around. Wow. There's more, it never ends all this. It's absolutely superb. This old motor goes here. That is a work of art, that's beautiful that. There's another one. It's an old Norton. Oh, look at all these little bikes. I am like a kid in a sweet shop here, I must admit. Beautiful, beautiful that. Parts here. It's like the ultimate hoard, but it just looks organised.
It looks awesome, mate. Imagine if you had a big house and you had your own big like shed with all this in it.
Yeah. Right, so there's a garage door you can sign when you come in. Just leave your mark, say that you've been here. Scott's just doing his now. I've just done mine. Let's take a look. There we go. Andy Super Northwest, Scott B, Liverpool 2021. So that was Murray's Motorcycle Museum. Thoroughly nice blokes. Get on down here, have a look at it. It's an amazing place. Now, we couldn't leave the Isle of Man without placing a couple of the fairy charms that Peter had gave us at the side of the ferry bridge. And I would like to thank Peter and his crew for making us feel so welcome and making this such a special day for myself and Scott. So we've just stopped off at a little place called Ferry Bridge. Peter Murray from the museum has given us a couple of little ferries. He said if we place one of these on the bridge, bring our families good luck and prosperity. We're going to do that right now. Place mine next to Scott's.